Hey guys, welcome back to 2022. It's 2022, it's a new year. Don't forget, it's me, Liberty Lady Liz, of course. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications, comment down below, and new videos every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and turn on the post notifications so you get notified when I post a new video. Like I just said, new videos every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So I just got done with my homework for 9th grade for tonight, because I'm a freshman in high school, so I just got done with my homework. I went to school today. School is very good, and today's video is gonna be about, you know how I vlogged a couple months ago about, camera's falling, about my, me being a toddler in the toddler room at my daycare. Well, I'm going to be talking more about my toddler life, except it's going to be outside of school. So, when I was a toddler, I've always been an only child. So I've never had any siblings. So I always wanted a couple sisters, what I always wanted to happen was when I was born, I wanted to have an older sister and then me and then a younger sister. I wanted to be like the middle kid, but that never happened. I'm the oldest and the youngest because I have no siblings. So I am technically, if I were to have another sibling, I would be the oldest. But anyway, so yeah. So I've always wanted to have siblings, just never happened. I kept asking my mother for a baby sister, it never happened. I was bummed, but what could I do? I was always like, Mommy, I want a new baby sister, and she's like, well, I cannot just make that happen, which you're right. You cannot just make a baby appear for women. Now I can make a baby randomly appear in your stomach, which you just can't. Anyway, the baby develops in your stomach, but I don't even want to get further into that. Anyway, yeah. So I asked my mother for a baby sister. It never happened. What was I gonna? Yeah. So when I was a toddler, sometimes when I was out of school, like my mother would take me out of school for like physical therapy or doctor's appointments or stuff like that. And then when I was home, my father's a nurse in the operating room, so he would have to be at work while my mother was home. And when I got home I would play I would mostly be playing in the living room with my toys on my own. It was fun, but at the same time, it was lonely and boring because I had no siblings. And, when you're a toddler with no siblings, it just gets lonely. So my mothers would come and play with me. And then when my father got home, he asked my mother, oh, how did you do at school today? And she'd be like, sometimes she'd be like, this was back when I was called Elizabeth, because I wasn't called Liz until kindergarten. So anyway, sorry, I just have to finish this in a Starbucks cup. Anyway, they're reusable and washable. I don't know if you can put them in the dishwasher, but I wouldn't. Anyway, so then my father would be like, she'd be like, oh, she didn't go to school. This was once in a while. She had physical therapy or she had a doctor's appointment. And the reason, guys, why don't judge me for this, I had gross motor skills issues, and I had a developmental delay, so that's why I had to have physical therapy and early childhood intervention. But please don't make fun of me for that, guys. I just can't help it. But now I'm better. Can do all that stuff, I am in high school now, so anyway. Yeah, guys, please don't make fun of me. What I'm telling you is just, I trust that you won't, make fun of me or laugh at me, because I can't help it. It's just something that I had problems with, and I have learning issues, and I can't help that either. It's just something in my brain that I process information differently. So I just don't if you're watching this and you think you're going to say something mean, just don't even comment on it. I just don't even want to know. You can watch it, but just don't comment on it if you don't have anything nice to say, because I've struggled throughout my life, and the fact that I made it to high school is pretty amazing, with the help of teachers and my family and my parents. if you were me, you wouldn't like it. So just don't say anything. But it's okay to watch it. Just if you don't want to, if you're afraid you're not going to comment something nice, just please don't comment, y'all. I just don't want to deal with drama like that. Anyway, yeah. So then, what would happen was, like, my dad would come home and he'd be like, "Ooh, Elizabeth is playing with her toys," which, oh, of course. And then, like, he would come and play with me after he got his work bag unpacked. Then on weekend, we would go grocery shopping, and then after I came home, I would get out my toys again. I just loved playing with my toys. My favorite thing to play with when I was a toddler was, let's see, what toys did I have as a toddler? I had Barbies, I had blocks, I had trains. I don't remember all the things. My favorite thing to play with when I was a toddler at home was blocks. I played with them by myself. They were so fun. I like to stack them on top of each other. Once I remember, I did it so high that it fell and hit my head. It hurt. So that's also something I really liked. Barbies, yes. Especially getting to put clothes on your Barbies and brushing their hair with, like, you know, like that little comb. That's so cute. Yeah, and then my favorite thing to do as a toddler besides play. So my favorite thing to do in school as a toddler was, like, play and walk the balance beam in the toddler room. And my favorite thing to do at home as a toddler, not naps, play and just be around my parents, like, learn from them. Like, because I think if you do not, I believe, don't quote me on this exactly, I believe if you do not have siblings when you're a toddler, you're learning how to talk. I believe you learn how to talk from your parents, so I think that's where I picked it up from. So, yeah, but I learned a lot, and, you know, to get where I am now, to be 14 years old and just, like, remember all these things, like, you'd be amazed. And then my favorite thing about school was when I started school, as a toddler, my favorite thing about school was when I started school, I believe I was very shy because, like, I didn't have any siblings, and when you're shy, it's just hard, you know. My favorite thing about school when I was a toddler was playtime. I loved my teachers. It was so nice. Don't like fire drills, still don't like any kind of drill, like lockdown. Well,